Have you ever found yourself waiting, just waiting? Waiting for life to finally shift, for that perfect moment to arrive, for a sign, or maybe just a little bit of luck to finally knock on your door. So many of us go through life believing that our destiny is some pre-written script, a hidden path that we just have to stumble upon. What if the truth is that destiny isn't something you find, but something you create? This is the story of a mother whose simple words completely reshaped her son's future. She was a woman who held a powerful belief. No matter how dark or uncertain life gets, every single one of us holds a pen. And with that pen, we have the power to write the story of our own life. Her lesson wasn't just born from happy moments. It was forged through love, through loss, and through the incredible courage it takes to get back up after being knocked down. She told him, "Don't just stand there waiting for someone else to open a door for you. The strength to choose your own path already lives inside of you." Let it be a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound and life-altering change begins not with a grand event, but with a single, quiet decision. The decision to finally and truly believe in yourself. Your story is waiting to be written, and you are the author. You possess the power to write your own destiny, chapter by chapter, line by line. So take a moment, get comfortable, and really listen to this story. Ravi, you've always dreamed of being a musician. Why don't you apply to that academy in the city? His mother, Amaya, asked over breakfast. Ravi looked down, the morning light feeling too bright for his doubts. "Mom, that's impossible. We don't have the money, and what if I fail?" Amaya smiled, a gentle, knowing smile that always seemed to see right through him. "Failure isn't the end, my son. It's just the first step to something greater," but Ravi couldn't see it that way. The fear was a wall too high to climb. So he took the safer path, working at a small shop, day after day. With each passing moment, his dream faded, a quiet ghost in the back of his mind. Months turned into a blur. Then the unthinkable happened. Amaya fell ill. The vibrant, life-giving woman he knew began to fade like the evening sun, slowly, beautifully, but inevitably. Ravi would visit daily, his heart heavy, his body exhausted from work and worry. But even in her weakness, Amaya's spirit was a fortress. She never once complained. One afternoon, her voice was barely a whisper. "Ravi, promise me something." He held back tears, his voice thick with emotion. "Anything, Amma." She looked at him, her eyes filled with a lifetime of love. "When I'm gone, don't just live unsafely. Don't wait for destiny to choose you. You must write your own." She took his hand and placed a folded letter in his palm, her touch a final, gentle instruction. After the funeral, the world felt gray. Rain poured outside, mirroring the storm inside Ravi's heart. He sat alone in the quiet house, the silence deafening. His fingers trembled as he finally opened the letter. Her handwriting, so familiar, so comforting, filled the page. "My dear Ravi," it began. "If you're reading this, I'm already watching over you from the stars. You've always feared failing, but my son, failure just means you tried. It means you were brave enough to take a step. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment because there is no such thing. You must create it. Your destiny isn't written in the stars, it's written by your own hands." Ravi closed his eyes, and the tears he'd been holding back finally fell, carrying the weight of his grief, his fear, and a tiny, flickering spark of hope. Her words were a key, unlocking a cage he hadn't realized he was in. The very next day, something shifted. The fear was still there, but now it was accompanied by a promise. He walked into the shop and quit his job. He packed up his life, selling old belongings, keeping only his guitar and his mother's letter. He bought a one-way ticket to the city. The city was loud, unforgiving, and lonely. He started performing in a small cafe, his voice raw, his songs filled with a story he was only just beginning to understand. The money was scarce. Rejection was a constant companion. Doors slammed in his face. There were nights he had nothing but the cold pavement for a bed, his guitar for a companion, and his mother's memory for warmth. But he never gave up. He played with more passion, more vulnerability. He poured every ounce of his pain, his love, and his hope into his music. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, something started to change. A small crowd would gather when he played. People started clapping, not just out of politeness, but because they were moved. Someone recorded one of his songs and posted it online. Then another. His music began to spread, a digital wildfire sparked by genuine emotion. The dream that had once seemed so impossible, so far out of reach, was now becoming his truth. He was no longer just Ravi from a small town. He was a musician, telling his story to the world. Years passed. The small cafe turned into theaters, the small crowds into sold-out arenas. Tonight, Ravi stood backstage, the roar of the audience a tidal wave of sound. He walked onto the grand stage, bathed in a sea of lights. He took a deep breath, looked up towards the heavens, and whispered softly, "This one's for you, Amma." He began to play. The song was called "The Last Letter." A hush fell over the massive crowd. Every note was a memory, every word a piece of his journey. In that moment, under the brilliant lights, Ravi finally understood what his mother had known all along. Destiny isn't something you find. It's something you build brick by painful, beautiful brick. Every risk, every tear, every failure was a word in the story that he wrote himself. He wasn't chosen by destiny. He had chosen it. He had written it. Your destiny is not waiting somewhere in the future. It's not a path you stumble upon. It's waiting for you to take the first step today. It's in the decision to try, even when you're terrified of failing. It's in the courage to get back up when you fall. You must write your own destiny, because no one else can write it for you. What's the first line of your story going to be? Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that we hope inspires you.